So I honestly feel like the moment I mention the name of this turnaround company, you guys are probably going to say, nah, Manny, you have gone cuckoo once again. Just like some of you guys did in the comment section when I called BlackBerry just a few months ago. You remember BlackBerry? I said it was a fantastic turnaround play and that I was buying it when it dips all the way down to $6 a share. But look where BlackBerry is today. It's up more than 100% since I made that video, and people are now just starting to wake up to the fact that BlackBerry is no longer the same company it used to be back in 2007. So when I mentioned the name of this turnaround play, just give it a chance, all right? Give it a chance. Hear my buy thesis out for this company. And if by the end of the video you have no conviction to do any further due diligence, then fair enough, okay? Now the disclaimer's out of the way, this turnaround company is called GoPro. Ticker symbol is GPRO, and myself and my Discord members started buying last week and bought even more on the dips. And I will walk through my exact buy thesis for this company. I'll tell you about their impressive recent Q4 financials. Also, they did fall over 19% during Friday's live trading, and I think that was a massive overreaction. But with every overreaction, it could present us with a fantastic buying opportunity. So that's what we're going to cover in today's video. But with that said, if you want to stay up to date with all the companies that I am buying and selling in real time, then you need to join my Discord community via the Patreon link in the description below. We have a dedicated buy and sell alerts channel for my long-term growth investments. Plus, I do swing trade quite often during the week, and we also have a swing alerts channel. So definitely jump on board if that's something that you're interested in checking out. Don't forget to destroy the like button, and if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to stay up to date with all of my latest videos. So with that said, let's dive into why GoPro is a fantastic turnaround play. Now, you've more than likely heard of GoPro before, but if you're not familiar with the company, here's a quick summary, okay? So essentially, they design, develop, and manufacture high-action, high-impact cameras. Plus, they also develop mobile apps and video editing software for their customers to be able to easily edit and share their video footage. So their cameras are predominantly used for sports action events, your dirt biking, your skiing, skydiving, all of those fun, cool outdoor activities and events. Typically, you will have a GoPro to record all of that. Again, they are not a new company. They were founded in 2002, so just shy of 2 decades ago. And many investors, especially early on, have pretty much written this company off, okay? I mean, Jeremy is a classic example. Jeremy from Financial Education famously called this company his worst investment. And I think that was back in 2017 and 2018. And he essentially lost over hundreds of thousands of dollars. And that's understandable because the company during those times was constantly on a decline. They kept on reporting negative earnings and they demonstrated no plans to grow. They lacked any further innovation or creative ideas to further boost revenue. So I do get why investors decided to cut their losses back then and move on. But in their last 2 quarters, Q3 and Q4 of 2020, GoPro became profitable due to their new subscription-based model. They posted $3.31 million in earnings for Q3 of 2020, and most recently, they posted an incredible $44 million in earnings for Q4. Now, let me remind you, this is in the middle of the C-Rona, in the middle of a global crisis with national and global lockdown procedures in place, meaning a large majority of the popular outdoor sporting events and activities where GoPro cameras are predominantly used have not been able to take place in 2020. So how were they able to become profitable against all the odds stacked against them? I mean, you had analysts pretty much writing this company off. And it's because this company has completely transformed their business model, implementing a new way of generating reoccurring revenue by employing a new subscription-based service via GoPro.com. And in their most recent quarter, this subscription alone generated $116 million in revenue. And their subscriber base grew by 91%. Insane. And this has led to them becoming profitable, again, due to that reoccurring juicy revenue. And think about it, this is at a time when most companies and businesses are going bust or taking on more and more bad debt just to stay afloat. Now, the saying is crisis makes or breaks you, and in this case for GoPro, it's definitely made them an investable business in my opinion. They have completely changed their trajectory, adapting to the crisis, adapting to the times, and like I've said, they are now profitable, and I see them continuing on their path to profitability in 2021. Which is why I see this as a fantastic turnaround play, and currently investors are sleeping on this company. So before we dive into their financials, let's take a look at why, after posting a blowout Q4, why did their share price collapse 19% during Friday's live trading? And in my opinion, I think it boils down to two main fundamental reasons. Number one is due to analyst estimates, and the second reason is due to investors focusing on the full year of 2020 in comparison to the full year of 2019. So let's dive deeper into both of these reasons. In the run-up to a company reporting their earnings, analysts provide investors with their estimates for what they expect their earnings to be. Now, analysts typically don't like to be wrong, and if they are wrong, it is acceptable if they are wrong by a small margin. So analysts completely underestimated GoPro in Q3, and they set their earnings per share estimate to be 0.06, to which GoPro completely blitzed that, and they reported EPS of 0.2, meaning analysts were completely off the mark by a factor of 217%. Analysts were not expecting GoPro to do well considering the global lockdowns and again restrictions on outdoor sporting events, which is why the estimates were low in the first place. So this was a bad miss for these analysts. So to rectify this and to be much closer to the mark this time around, for GoPro's Q4, they set an extremely high revenue and earnings target, to which GoPro still managed to beat their earnings estimates, reporting 0.39 versus 0.38, which was expected, and marginally missed revenue by 0.03. Now, investors in the short term love when companies beat analyst estimates, but they hate it when the estimates fall short. We saw a similar occurrence with BlackBerry a few months ago, and we saw the share price collapse to $6 a share in December. And like I said, I was happy buying up more shares at these valuations simply because I focused on the performance of the business as opposed to analyst estimates or analyst expectations. Always look to the business rather than the share price, as investing gurus like Peter Lynch and Warren Buffett often teach in their books. Now, the second reason for the drop was a suggestion that I read by Howard Smith on the Motley Fool, and he said, though GoPro reported positive earnings for the holiday quarter, it continued its string of annual net losses that started in 2015. Even after earnings of $4.4 million in the final quarter of 2020, the company lost $66.8 million for the year. So I think it's a combination of both of these factors, and they are the fundamental reasons for the decline. There's a saying that says in the short term, the stock market is a voting machine, but in the long term, it's a weighing machine. And I think this is applicable for GoPro right now. So let's review their current financial performance as a business. Like I said, let's look to the business. And also, I want you to bear in mind that all of the major sporting outdoor events have multiple restrictions due to the C-Rona. Now, revenue or their top line growth over the past 4 quarters for 2020, Q1 they reported 119 million, Q2 went up to 134 million, Q3 went up significantly to 280 million, and Q4 they reported 357 million. Insane top line growth. Now let's look at their earnings, okay? So Q1 they lost 63.5 million, in Q2 they lost 50 million. In Q3, they reported profits of 3.31 million, and in Q4, they reported profits of 44.4 million. This is truly impressive growth. This is a company that is growing at a rapid pace, okay? And let's take a look at their balance sheet, all right? So cash and cash equivalents, as of Q4, they have $325 million in cash versus their long-term debt, which sits at only $218 million. So the company could quite easily clear off all of their long-term debt if they wanted to right now. They have enough cash to do that, which is something you love to see as an investor. I love to see it. Their total current assets exceeded their total current liabilities. That's 556 million versus 262 million, meaning the current ratio is also above 2. meaning they have enough in the value of their total current assets to fulfill their financial obligations for at least the next 12 months, meaning the possibilities of this company going bankrupt, at least within the next 12 months, is very, very slim. Their stockholder equity has also been increasing each quarter, which means that their assets are growing much faster than their liabilities. Plus, this company also reported positive free cash flow. So the income statement is on point, the balance sheet is on point, the cash flow statement is also on point, and the kicker is GoPro's trailing 12 months or their TTM revenue is at 891 million and their current market cap is 1.2 billion. Insane. This company is insanely undervalued right now, and it's not just me that thinks that. According to the analysts over at Simply Wall Street, they believe that GoPro's fair value is $19.71. I mean, that's very precise. But if you look at the share price right now, it's currently trading at around $8 a share. So this means, according to these analysts, their share price is 57.5% undervalued. So you're talking about a 57% discount right now at the current prices. So look, myself and my Discord members decided to load up last week, and we're planning to load up even more this week, because I personally love buying a company at a huge discount. You know, Peter Lynch says, know what you own and why you own it. And this certainly is true for me owning GoPro. Okay, this is a fantastic turnaround play. So let me know your thoughts regarding GoPro. Do you think this is a great turnaround play? Or do you think this investment won't play out and, you know, I'm just talking rubbish? But whatever it is, let me know in the comment section below. But with all that said, please make sure that you do your own due diligence before you decide to invest in any stock or in any company. Remember, I am not a financial advisor, so please view my content as purely educational. If you do want to learn about investing in stocks, there are some useful links in the description below, including some books that I highly recommend. Don't forget to destroy the like button, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to see more content from me. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.